Get ready to play.
Okay.
Get ready. Go.
So we do have Kelpies on green, Quackening on red, and the order getting given blue. Now, we have seen a quick and fast push on blue to green and green to red. Spoonman getting shot out from underneath green there, just probably didn't have that comm from, I believe that is a Sicarius cracking inside green there. So I know that each team that's in this game is going to be fighting on, fighting sleep deprivation, but they definitely have a lot of players in here that just do not want that spoon. So looks like we've got the order putting pressure on that front door of green right now. We do see an Elmo. We've got a Sicarius cracking back inside inside green, and what looked like a plank flying through that front door there.
Green hit.
Oh, we've got
Green
plank
hit.
shots on green.
Green destroyed.
Takes from
Blue
a very
hit.
sneaky spot.
Blue
Four Eyes
destroyed.
going for a blue. Manages to take it. Let's just watch that green replay. Looked like Sicarius was sort of fighting a couple of people in there, and Plank just comes in and takes the crumbs. Kaz just missing that comm on where that player actually was. But it looks like the order are kind of like fast and loose around blue at the moment, and Quackening kind of sort of like picking up those crumbs, I guess, of
Blue hit.
this potentially empty blue base. Master Guardian just picks up that one-shot deny on Elmo there.
Red team denied.
Kelpies decided that they want blue a little bit more than red right now. Oh, we do see some more action around green. Let's have a look. A little bit more action in blue at the moment, with a couple of dings, couple of tags getting taken out around there. Looks like Four Eyes is covering his teammate. Unfortunately, his teammate losing that duel on that back door. They might have time to come pick this up while that defender is reloading.
Blue hit. Blue hit.
Worthy going for it.
Blue destroyed.
Picks it up. So, Kelpie's out to a one base lead against the
Green
Quackening. Elmo going for a green here. Gets denied by
Red
Worthy
team
over that
denied.
half height. So,
Red hit.
Four
Red
Eyes
hit.
going for a red here. Two-shot denied
Green
by
team
Simi
denied.
there. Worthy coming
Red hit.
for this one. Another two-shot.
Green team denied.
It is a very short, fast layout game right now. We've got two reds under green.
Red hit.
Worthy putting that shot in, not realizing that
Green
a blue
team
player was
denied.
on that other door. We do have two reds still sitting under green, but Plank's already got his teammate, which I believe is Tech, is just waiting for that clear comm. And I am joined by the wonderful Shifter.
Good morning, everyone.
Red hit.
Finals day, are we all excited? Sakari's putting shots into
Blue
red
team
base there
denied.
and getting one shot denied, unfortunately.
Green hit.
Elmo going for
Green
his green
hit.
base again.
Green
See if he can take it this
destroyed.
time round. And he takes it cleanly. Well done, Elmo.
So, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Red hit.
We've got
Red
Worthy
hit.
going for a red. Another two-shot denied by Elmo here.
Green team
The
denied.
Quackening are really playing for this one, 100%.
So not being blinded by his lights.
So order falling a little bit behind here.
Yeah, unfortunately, still playing with 4 people due to illness, which is not great to see. But they're making the best with what they've got.
Absolutely.
Seeing a lot of action at red base here. We'll jump over to the red camera.
We did see a couple of red players sort of locking in. Green
Good
setting
hit.
up inside blue right
Blue
now.
hit.
Kaz going
Blue
for...
destroyed.
And she takes that cleanly. Well done,
Leveled
Kaz.
up. Well done.
So red base has been quite an expensive base so far this game. No one's really been able to take it yet. See red locking into blue base now. They might be able to get a take off this. They're just going to have to wait a few seconds. Do still see some blue players around their base, but not sure if they're going to be quite able to crack out those red players.
Not at the moment. Does look like the red are putting quite a lot of pressure on green here.
It does.
Blue hit.
They're farming
Blue
those pack points
destroyed.
quite a bit, and we just saw red take that blue base now.
Elmo picks up his blue, which sort of is really securing the Quackening's
Member
lead
leveled
here.
up.
They're
Well done.
base for base with Kelpies, but 9k up in pack.
The
Member
7
leveled
shots
up.
of denials on the
Well
Kelpies
done.
team isn't helping them in that regard either.
No, not at all. Not at all.
So we see red team still locking down blue base quite firmly now, even keeping out the green team as they try to cycle Lycan and Nivier through that base as well.
Does look
Blue
like
team
blue
getting back in.
Oh,
Lycan diving the back door
Green
now.
hit.
She's
Green
in.
hit.
Will she put shots into the base?
just waiting for that
Destroyed.
comm. Oh,
Sakari is taking his green base. We'll jump on a green replay there in just a second when it's ready. Should be about now. Oh, it takes a nice clean base from under after his teammate clears it out. Oh, and the green player
Oh.
doesn't know where they are. That was a very good take there.
Member leveled up. Well done.
Still a lot of action at blue base. If I can... Button's not working. Whoops. I didn't break it, I promise.
So it does look like Quackening are really sort of running away with this at the moment. They have managed to set up inside blue again, but that is Plank. He still needs those.
Yeah. Lycan getting back into blue now. She does have someone on B door, back door. Like a green team is locking down that blue base now, but someone's about to run in through that front door on the right or getting tagged out. Got to just trust your teammate on that back door, but it does seem that there is more blue players there.
It looks like Order are really sort of catching up to Kelpies.
They are.
Could this be another Canberra wooden spoon potentially?
I hope not.
Blue hit.
Nivier going for her blue base. Go on, Joe. No,
destroyed.
Nivier.
Oh,
She takes it cleanly. That is huge for the Kelpies.
that is very huge right now with only
Member
Lycan needing
leveled
that
up.
blue, but
Well done.
4 Quackening players still needing, and
Yeah.
there is time for all of those bases to go.
Green team is trying to lock down
Oh,
blue base. Not quite getting the call there that there's someone coming through that door on the right there. See if green team can
Green
shoot
hit.
out.
Green
Master
hit.
Guardian
Guards
going
going for his
blue.
blue.
Destroyed.
Or green even.
Green,
sorry.
sorry.
It is so early,
So
guys.
early. The fact that we both said it
Yeah.
one after another as well. Blue team have locked down their base again. I thought they had dumped, so this is good to see them still trying to hold that defense strong.
Ooh.
Nivier, clearing
Blue hit.
out blue base, Lycan putting
Blue
shots on the
hit.
blue base.
Blue destroyed.
That base does them a world of good there. They are 3 bases up on the order, however, not quite far behind on the pack
the
points
pack,
compared
yes.
to order.
And that's probably down to the denials,
Member leveled
unfortunately.
up.
Oh,
Well
Oh,
done.
Nivier getting one shot
Member
tonight at
leveled up.
red.
Well
That was
done.
a
Denied.
bold attempt there by Nivier.
I do remember an old Payne saying, 1 shot you probably shouldn't be on, 2 shots is just poor execution, right?
Blue
Correct.
hit.
Plank going for
Blue
his blue
hit.
base now.
From the
Blue
corner there.
destroyed.
So we'll probably see the quackening cycle their remaining
Member
three.
leveled up.
Yeah, they should have
Well
enough time
done.
if they time it correctly. Hopefully we won't see a time deny.
No.
If Kelpies can crack a few extra red bases, they might be able to gain on the quackening. But they don't want to draw too much away from their defense at this point in time
Member leveled
because
up.
that'll give the
Well
order
done.
a chance to catch up.
Member
It
leveled
does
up.
look like
Well done.
green is setting up on the front door of red.
Mm.
But red
Getting
are-
tagged out by that defenders.
Yep, red's collapsing. Plank's sending out the next rotation to blue from the looks of it.
Yep.
But that base has been up. Oh, no, here we go. We've got some players heading inside blue right now.
hit.
Yeah.
Tech Deck going
Blue
for
hit.
his.
And he'll take that
Blue
cleanly.
destroyed.
Well done, Tech Deck. Something also to note is while the order, if they can get a couple extra bases, would gain on the Kelpies, they also don't have as many bases that they can get compared to the other teams due to only having those 4 players. So that is 6,000 points that they can't quite get.
We
But it's also a lot of denials they might not be able to get.
That's true. That's true. Yes, unfortunately, 8 shots of denials on the Kelpies is
Yeah.
not helping their case right now as green lock in for the
Member leveled
last
up.
minute.
Well done.
Yeah. Green at least making sure no one is cracking into their base at this point in time. We do see a little bit of green action in the red camera up
Blue hit.
top. And
Blue
red
hit.
team is cycling that
Blue
blue base still.
destroyed.
So not enough time for Simi to get her blue, unfortunately.
No, they've left it a tad late on that cycle. As I was saying, if you don't quite time it correctly, you might not be able to get it.
So, but I don't think that's going to phase the quackening in the slightest.
No.
They are up quite a healthy margin on the Kelpies. They've managed to keep that sort of 9K in lead from pretty much the halfway
Game
mark,
over.
and
Please
that's all,
Yeah.
proceed to
all she wrote.
exit.
So,
Yeah. So well done to the quackening for making it through the wooden spoon game. This is the spoon game, right?
Yes, yes.
Excellent. So, and in 25th place, we have the Order, and 24th place, we have the Kelpies. So congratulations to both those teams. They've played an excellent comp. Good to see Canberra not take home the wooden spoon. I have to have a mild celebration on that one. Apologies to the Order. And we hear the claps happening outside now, so well done to them. Morrow pointing out in the chat that Master Guardians has now joined the club of winning nationals and wooden spooning nationals. So I'm sure that's a very elite club. Oh dear. So just on a little summary board note there, Plank coming away with highest tag ratio, highest tag streak, highest chain tags. We've got Elmo with most tags on taking, Simi with the most denials, Worthy with the most denied, highest DX streak to Nivier, most team tags of 3 on Tech Deck,
Ooh.
3 by Tech Deck on Elmo and Spoonman.
Yeah, Plank having a cracker of a game, 13-4,
Yeah.
55-20, and 12 tag streak. That is insane.
Yeah. So I thought I should have put it to the pack room before the end of the
Yeah.
game so we could have seen that. We'll be on it for next
We
time.
will be on it for next time. So we will be moving into the next game, which is, I believe, should be the start of 2-track.
Correct. Yes. I'm just gonna bring up the schedule. Oh, you've already.
I do have the skill.
You're on it.
I do try.
So going into this next game, we'll have Wait.
Quackening Dingoes and Aces. I
yeah,
believe?
Quackening, Dingoes, and Aces. All right, so I can't read this schedule for the life of me. All right. So we've got some support in the chat for Dingoes. Who do you guys think will take away this game? I'm going to be back in just a second. I'm going to try to get our up next working. Not sure how that's going to go for the day though, given it'll be updating game after game after game.
I would love to put a shout out to Dingoes. Yeah, I think they've been playing well, and yeah, if Bubbles can read this game right, I reckon they can take a win out here. So will be very interesting to see. We do see some Dingoes love in the chat. So just waiting on color preferences at the moment. That is very true. That's very
So
true.
we will see a little bit of a still point in between these games just to give those players time to recuperate, have a bit of a team chat, figure out what went wrong, what went well, and then they'll go do the things.
Good morning, EXO.
Seeing a lot of Darwin players supporting the Dingoes in the chat. That's great to see. Hello, my friends. So yeah, who do you want to take away this game?
I'd love to see Dingoes. Are you barracking for your old home side? Or?
I've got to say, yeah. I feel like I might be crucified a bit if I don't. No, yeah, I definitely think it would be good to see Dingoes take away a win here. Not sure who is on their lineup today, as I know they've been struck by the illness, as most teams have been this competition.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate to see. We really don't like having to see these teams play with 4 players or not be able to have subs because they're just sick, so they're all getting a bit burnt out. Yeah. How many games has Four Eyes played this comp? Four Eyes was absent for all of Cascade 2, unfortunately, due to illness. He just played then in the Wooden Spoon game with his team. He's done a great job captaining a development team this year. It was a couple development players there, and I think the feedback I've heard from most of the Canberra, they're really, really happy to have him around and have him on the team. He's done a phenomenal job. He was a bit doubtful in himself coming into it, not sure about captaining, but no, he's absolutely crushed it. So it's great to see.
And I do hope that players like Nivier and Kaz have made the most of this sort of development team and being able to, pick Four Eyes and Lycan's brain, because they do have such a combination of experience between them.
Absolutely.
And Four Eyes playing at the top of Zeltac with Cobras a couple of years ago. We hopefully they can pick up something from
and also a different perspective. So like while Kaz and Nivier both play every week with like Dragons, Crows, and the rest of our Canberra league, it's still good for them to get like an outside of local opinion when Four Eyes and Lycan do provide that quite well. So we're just seeing in the kit-out room there teams walking into the maze. We'll see how they go now. Main scoreboard.
Get ready to play.
Go to the next game. Please. Should have games starting, coming up. Let's go arena. No.
Get ready.
Let's have a look at the cameras.
We did have Dingoes crowding the ref, as they love to do.
Their lovely little ref dance. It's a good luck thing. They win games when they crowd the ref.
I love that.
So, oh dear, the scoreboard. I'll try to fix this. You can watch some cameras.
So we're just waiting for the scoreboard to update itself. But we do have a bit of a slower start at the moment. Yeah, it looks like pretty much most of the action is in the mid maze. Couple of dings happening right from the very start. Just waiting. And so we do have Owlbears on red, Aces on blue, and Dingoes on green.
Excellent, we've got it working.
So Owlbears will love to keep this a low base sort of pack pointy game because that's where they play the best from what we've seen over this competition. Aces have been playing well. The funny thing that I've noticed about Aces is they tend to, they just seem to have this sort of lull at the start of their game, and then they just pick up out of nowhere. So
yeah. I haven't versed Aces too much, so I haven't had a chance to really see what they're all about, I guess. Having played on the Dingoes for a bit there, I do know that their strategies do tend to vary. They, despite not being as notorious for dumps as Canberra is also a dumping state. It's one thing that they somewhat tended to do, at least when I played for them.
So Owlbears really off to this packet lead at the moment. We see Rapid 15 for 9, Moldy 13 for 10. The two of them are really in the tags right now. And Dari 0 for 0, Varn 0 for 0. So it looks like potentially those teams are a little bit unopposed on.
Yeah, or at least their last lines are unopposed.
I mean, that's true.
At least Dari has pulled the trigger now.
Yeah.
I think I saw her go 4 or 5 minutes the other day without pulling the trigger.
Wow.
Because that's the great thing with forced long on. You don't have to pull the trigger straight away. But does send us concerns, especially with a lot of teams playing with 4 at the moment. So we're like, actually playing with 4 or they just haven't pulled the trigger? So we have it a bit of a slow point. It looks like there is some action around green base, some duels happening. It looks like blue team is pushed up to that sort of green base door. Just to try to get those pack points. But seems fairly quiet. We'll head to our arena cameras just to try to see some of that action that isn't happening in the bases. So we can see a fair amount of action happening in that sort of bottom right camera where people are pushed out, moving around that area, trying to just pack point. Gonna seem like a fairly low base game. And as you predicted, Owlbears smashing out the pack points. Aces and Dingoes about neck and neck for pack points here.
Well, we do see some green action around blue, but it just looks like Owlbears are really sort of slowing this game down, shooting pretty much any color in the back. But and Dingoes are probably suffering if they're trying to start this base race.
Yeah. And as we can see by Bubbles' tags against 22 there, while he's still going a lot of doubles there, he's also on a 2 deac streak. That's not great to see so far for them. Varn and Dari still haven't tagged anyone. Sputto, the last line for Dingoes, has at least seen some resonance of an action.
But hopefully, we have seen Dari get tagged out as well. So there's definitely some action around these bases, but nothing a whole lot
too notable. And you saw the moment that there was one person tagged at red base, all 4 of them collapsed in to all those doors. So they're really not wanting to drop that first base.
We can see Moldy with 29-22 at the moment and Rapid 22-18. So the two of them are definitely finding those dings.
Member leveled up.
I definitely think there's some of the
done.
people playing in this sort of middle area between red and green and blue and red.
Yes.
It does put them in a very good spot there. More of a solos game at this point than a team game.
Yeah.
So still not a lot of action happening. Red team getting shut out again, but running back in and trying to lock that base down. So it does seem like, just from talking on the team perspective, that there's obviously all these teams have 6. So Dingoes have sat Infused Junior. Aces have sat Pogsley.
Yeah.
Or is he on Aegis?
No.
No, he's on Aces. And Owlbears have sat
Rooster. So Aces is finding more and more of these packets right now.
Dingo's just really falling behind in that race there.
And we're just rounding sort of like the 6 minute now, and not a single base has gone down. Have we seen a 0 base game in this competition? I don't actually think we have.
No, closest that it came was as far as I know, a Catalyst Vikings Dragons game where only one base went down. No, 2 bases in the end.
2 in the end.
And it wasn't.
No, it wasn't yours. I did my job.
I did my job just fine.
So anyway, we're still looking at Varn. He's gone 7 minutes now without shooting a thing. So
Might see a 0 score maybe.
a 0 score potentially.
And it doesn't help that they're also blue team, which is the furthest location from the other bases. So really far out from that action, but at least his teammates have been pushing up to those furthest points that they can whilst still being able to keep a clear line across the maze and not drop their defense. Or we see red team hanging around the back door of green. Sputto is still on an infinite tag ratio, but actually seeing action now.
He's 5-0 right now, so
He's doing quite well there. And his door
Really
defenders are
leveled
giving
up.
him those great
Well
calls
done.
there.
now being the second track here as well, some teams will find that they will that there's a little bit of leniency on this one track. However, you probably don't want to be just handing away that sort of placing, I guess,
Yeah.
because if you come second in this game, you have preference on color anyway.
Of course,
So, so the winner does sort of stay on that second track. They won't have preference in the next game, but you don't want to be throwing away a game just for preference later on down the line.
Absolutely. You want to maintain that first track. I just wanted to point out at the start of that interaction, we saw blue team dive the front door of green base quite fast. Sputto was watching the back door, not looking at all, and just last second does this brilliant turn. I thought he was so going to get
hit.
tagged out there.
Or we see a
Bubbles.
Bubbles.
Bubbles going for red base.
Member destroyed.
Oh, picks
First
it
base
up.
of the game. Well done, Bubbles. That is huge for the
Member leveled
Dingoes.
up. Well
No
done.
zero base game.
No
Gosh,
zero base
gosh
game.
dang.
But that really brings Dingoes back into it.
For sure.
They just need to find these pack hits, and knowing Owlbears, they might try a retaliation towards
They
Dingoes
might.
being the closer base, but hopefully Dingoes can sort of
Maintain that defense there.
maintain that defense, find those packets that come towards them, and get
Member
themselves
leveled
back
up.
in this game.
Well done.
Absolutely. Might see green team, like, I suppose Dingoes aren't wanting to attack Ace's base as it is quite a bit further away than red base from their home. So if they do get called home suddenly to defense, they won't be able to get there as fast and might lose a base. So while Ace's base might be the easier one to try and take here, we do see blue team cracking
hit.
into red base. Crow putting shots onto red, getting
Oh,
one shot denied by Grudy.
Blue team denied.
Oh, that is
Important denial there from Owlbears. That base from Aces would have brought them pretty much neck and neck. But we do see a little bit of action towards green from red. We've got a double stack here. Oh,
Haddo losing his infinite tag ratio. So close, buddy. So close.
7-1. A little bit of Owlbears pressure on that back door of Dingoes, and we see Aces.
Ace is cracking into green base now. This base would be huge for them. Red team also running in, tagging out all of those aces. Battlebot breaking back into his defense. We're really cracking the game open now. Battlebot getting tagged out, sticking that phaser out just a bit too far. Crows also cracked back in, but that Dingo's last line getting back into the base now.
Exile could not find that shot. Oh, we do see a Moldy pick up that
Molly just took up blue base.
Let's
Let's
hopefully
have a look at a replay.
look like. Oh no,
He comes running in through that front door. Ace's defense has just dropped down a bit as they go to push green base.
and Moldy finding a very safe blue there. He's
Absolutely.
60
Leveled
and
up.
52
Well done.
right now.
Oh my lord.
Van finally finding those dings though in the 11th minute. He's 3-3.
Van still at least finding some tags.
That's true. That's true.
No 0-point game. So in the last 30 seconds of the game, we might see a little bit more attack happening, or we might just see it fall stagnant again.
Now, I'm just sort of thinking, I'm wondering what our Bears are currently thinking. Maybe Moldy is just thinking, I am so in the pack game right now.
I mean, he's 10k one base.
Yeah.
That's insane. Rapid also going for his blue base.
Blue destroyed.
Really just solidifying that win for Owlbears. We do see blue trying to lock back into their base. Now would be a great chance for blue team to just dump. Their base can't come back in time. Dump, try to get a last minute base to pull ahead of Dingoes, but we don't
Game
see it
over.
happening.
Please
And that
proceed
is all
to
she wrote.
exit.
Owlbears taking a tremendous win away there. Well done to Dingoes for securing that second despite being behind on the pack point game. And Aces taking away the third there. was a very, very slow and stagnant game. Yeah.
No, very slow and stagnant. We didn't see the first base drop until 8.5 minutes.
That's crazy.
Zone 31, I believe, is Moomin. Hello. And New Zealand. This is their sort of development team, I guess. It's kind of like a mix of players under the helm of Moldy. So no Cobras, unfortunately. They're all sort of at home preparing for Worlds, I think.
So quick summary on that one. Sputto with highest tag ratio of 300%. No surprise there. Highest tag streak going to Sputto and Dari. Highest chain